I always looked at a career counselling when I also wanted it. It was like, I'll just go there and, I'll get to know about some options, and then my mother used to tell me you'll just come out more confused. But with some of the examples and how the people who are ready to kill themselves because they're into careers or professions that they hate, it was alarming that how much impact you can create, which I didn't anticipate before I came to the workshop. My exposure to career counselling is very recent, and I'm here to learn how it's done and how best it could be used to help people be guided through the process.
So I'm Rinku Bhardwaj. I worked for about 20 years and then got initiated into counselling about 2 years back. It's kind of a information tsunami. There's so much of information. It's just all over the place. It's not structured. And if you go to schools, either you have a psychologist there or you have somebody who will tell you this is the university, or they will tell you the subjects that you need to take. So it's not a very end-to-end, there's no holistic picture.
The biggest challenge is the information in terms of knowing about careers, right? It's completely unorganized, and it's moving at such a fast pace that people can't track it. So we've been able to create an expertise to track all the careers which are available worldwide and put it together in a very well researched and credible format in terms of information for students in an online platform. There are three major elements to this program. The number one being the basics of counseling and career counseling. What are the do's and don'ts?
One student told me she wants to be a CA, and I knew this child is too dynamic. See, CAs can be dynamic, but when you're doing chartered accountancy, you need somebody who doesn't want that dynamism. You just have to have the patience to do it and day in and day out.
Number two is how to use our platform to access information. And number three, which is a very important element, is how you can really use the assessment report of iDream Career to counsel students. So we started with 120 students, and in almost about 5.5 years, now we are working with 7 lakh students per year. While we looked around in our ecosystem, we didn't find many career counselors who can actually do career counseling if we want to do 1 crore students after a couple of years. And that's how we realized that we need to start some kind of training module and program.
Our country right now needs loads and loads of career counseling. We expect people to go into their areas and open up counseling centers, do career counseling with schools, colleges or institutions, and eventually something positive will emerge out of that.
Everyone who came and delivered and taught, they all had their individual styles, and people are from different cities, different background, different facets of life. So there was a lot of learning through each other.
The biggest insight for me has been the psychology session, because I'm not a psychology background person. So it just gives me more confidence in terms of now knowing the basics and how it is covered.
Initially we used to know the peripheral aspects of counseling, but now we came to know in detail what are the different entry routes for science, arts, commerce.
There was aspects of case studies which I found extremely helpful. Actually getting down to when a case like that comes in front of you, how to deal with it. So it overall covered the practical theory and pure learning aspects of a workshop. So I found it very helpful.
So in the next 10 years at least, entire India should be aware that yes, it's time for every parent to counsel and to get a guide for the children.